Hena Talati. Welcome to It's Tomorrow News. Why does the Southern Hemisphere experience winter and summer solstice at different times than that of the Northern Hemisphere? The Northern Hemisphere experiences summer solstice when the North Pole is tilted towards the Sun. The Southern Hemisphere experiences winter solstice when the South Pole is tilted away from the Sun. In a similar way, the Northern Hemisphere experiences the winter solstice when the North Pole is tilted away from the Sun, and Southern Hemisphere experiences the summer solstice when the South Pole tilted towards the Sun. A season is a period of the year that is distinguished by the special climate conditions. The four seasons, spring, summer, fall and winter, follow one another regularly. Each has its own light, temperatures and weather patterns that repeat yearly. In the Northern Hemisphere, winter generally begins on December 21 or 22. This is the winter solstice, the day of the year with the shortest period of the daylight. Summer begins on June 20th or 21st, the summer solstice, which has most daylight of any day of the year. Spring and fall or autumn begin on the equinox, days that have equal amounts of the daylight and darkness. The vernal or the spring equinox falls on the March 21st or 20th, and the autumnal equinox is on September 22 or 23. The seasons in the Northern Hemisphere are the opposite of those in the Southern Hemisphere. This means that in Argentina and Australia, winter begins in June. The winter solstice in the Southern Hemisphere is the June 20th or 21st, while the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, is December 21 and 22. Seasons occur because Earth is tilted on its axis relative to the orbital plane, the invisible flat disk, where most objects of the solar system orbit to the Sun. Earth's axis is an invisible line that runs through the center from the pole to pole. Earth rotates around its axis. In June, when the Northern Hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, the Sun's rays hit it for a greater part of the day than in winter. This means it gets more hours of the daylight. In December, when the Northern Hemisphere is tilted away from the Sun with the fewer hours of the daylight, seasons have an enormous influence on the vegetation and plant growth. Winter typically has cold weather, little daylight and limited plant growth. In spring, plants sprout, trees' leaves unfurl and flowers blossom. Summer is the warmest time of the year and has the most daylight, so plants grow quickly. In autumn, temperatures drop and many trees lose their leaves. The four-season year is typical only in the mid-latitudes. The mid-latitudes are the places that are neither near the poles nor near the equator. The farther north you go, the bigger differences in the season. Helsinki, Finland sees 18.5 hours of the daylight in the middle of the June. In mid-December, however, it is light for less than 6 hours. Athens, Greece in southern Europe has a smaller variation. It has 14.5 hours of the daylight in June and 9.5 hours in December. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News. For more global weather updates like this, subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.